Alrighty, I think it's safe to say my neighbors are probably awake by now. I was curious about this old big Ford. When I first bought this big Ford, you could reach over in it with it being plumb cold and hit the starter button and it would just crank. Didn't have to hit the gas, didn't have to worry about the choke. Ouch. I'm having a bad knee day, which ain't good. But, so I was wondering how easily it would crank today if I just knocked it out of gear and turned the key. Fired a little. Okay, let's give it a little chokeage. See what happens. Well, I guess that was too much to wish for. Still, that wasn't bad. A little chokeage and pump the gas. It did start right up good. Oh, listen to that idle. I love that. Barely running. Sweet. I want to reset the points on this thing. My knees bother me, which is unusual. Well, I guess it's not unusual, but it's good yesterday. I don't know if I just slept on it wrong or what, but I don't like this very much. But fixing them points is going to mean leaning over that hood. Maybe I can do that on one leg. By the way, my oil pressure gauge is awesome. It's like 45 pounds there. I like that this thing has an amp gauge. I hooked my temperature gauge up the other day. I thought it was working, but according to this, it's about mid-range in the temperature field, and I just started it, so I'm willing to bet that maybe it's not working. Gas gauge is working. Yeah, that might have been too much to hope for on that temperature gauge. Let's see if I can get out of here with my old bad leg. Dang, I'm not liking all this. Ouch. I'm not liking all this limping around. I'm not liking it much at all. Ouch. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Okay then. Okay then. So. Ouch. Dang, I say. Ooh, look at that pretty Ford motor. Somebody said I oughta, that blue part will make the rest of the motor look dirty, but I think it's the other way around. I think that dirty part makes that blue part look extra pretty. Okay, so, in order to set my points, I need to get into that distributor, which is not in too bad of a place to get to, and it has two clips on each side like a shibboleth. So I should be able to clip those two clips off, hopefully roll that cap out of the way and take a look inside that cap and see what things look like. I remember I used to have a 1951 Ford pickup. It had a 430 cubic inch Lincoln engine in it. The distributor on it was back in the back of the motor. I spent a lot of time, as a young man will do, mulling over that distributor and inspecting it and looking at it and goofing around with it. I remember laying across them big fenders and across that big motor, working on it. Man, I had that thing where it run pretty good though. Just pull the front wheels off the ground. Don't let me start talking about the good old days. Because these are the good old days. I don't know about y'all, but I don't think I've ever had a better life than what I'm having right now, even if my leg is bothering me. Dang, I say. I guess one of the other things I could do while I was resting my knee is get out and cut the grass. I got that John Deere and it's a hydrostatic, which means I don't have to work anything with my leg. All I have to do is wiggle that handle. I'm thinking about building me another shed. I park my motorcycle in here, but when I do, it means I have to move that Ford over really close to that wall. That makes it kind of hard to get in and out of it. I was thinking, well, the old big motorcycle really ought to have a little place of its own. So I've been walking around wondering where I could stick me a little small building. I thought about putting some roofage over here, but then I thought, well, if I did that, I'd probably still want to park my truck there. And I thought about extending a little more roofage out here, just a narrow little bit for the motorcycle, which I could do. I could come out a few feet there and kind of level off a spot. Bring the roof line out just like it is. Scoot my bike right up in there. Move all those bushes. That's an option too. Wonder what I'm gonna do first.